In this video, I'll share with you how I set goals as a fitness professional for myself and for my clients who are busy surgeons, doctors, engineers, business owners, entrepreneur, and many more. I've helped hundreds of people achieve their fitness goals with their busy schedule, including myself. And in this video, I will show you exactly how I set up the goals for myself and how optimize their fitness and exercise to get the results they want without spending hours and a lot of time at the gym. So let's jump right into it. So first of all, I call this blueprint, or the way I set up the goals is basically a blueprint or peak performance, because I treat my clients, even if they are surgeons, business owners, I treat them as athletes, because the way they show up in their fitness, in their health, in their physique, this is how they will show up in other parts of their life. This is how that part of their life, their health and fitness, will reflect on other things in life. So there are the four pillars in life. There are the health and fitness, body, our body, and there is mental, spiritual, there's relationships, and there's money, career, and business. So I always, when I do a consultation with my clients, I ask them why you want to be fit, why you want to exercise, why you want to be healthy. And most of us who value more maybe career, we value more, men usually are valued based on their career, money, and performance in that part. But what if I told you that the focus on your fitness and optimizing your health and fitness will also optimize your career, will give you the energy, will give you the power, the confidence to do more than everyone else just by optimizing your health? So this is how I do it. First of all, identify those four pillars: the relationships, the money, the career, the spiritual part, and see what's the most important to you in life. Do you have daughter? Do you have a son? And you want to play with them, and you want to be close to them, and you want to run and do the activities with them? Do you want to be spiritually effective? Do you want to be spiritually a model to your friends, to your family, and to show up and that with a fit body, with a healthy fitness, with a healthy lifestyle, you show yourself as an example to other people? Or do you want to show up in a meeting and a presentation as the person who you're proud of, with your suit and your body? And the most important thing, do you want to be healthy? Do you want to live longer in a good life where you can do the activities that you want? No matter which one you said yes, the answer is this is your why. So the four pillars in life, I always start with them, finding which one is the most important and identify that as your why. This is why fitness is important. And I'll share with you this. So I grew up in Iraq, and for me to get my visa to United States was almost impossible. But I have to say that with the support of God and the knowledge and everything, with the support of my family, I have to say that the confidence I got from working out, the confidence I got from connecting with people at the gym, and actually at the gym, the person who helped me to get my visa was at the gym. So being fit gave me the confidence to present myself well. When I met people at the embassy, I get my visa. It helped me to finish my degree as an engineer. So many things in life, and connect with people all over the world, even here when I moved to the United States. So fitness helped me a lot in my life, and I want to transfer that help that I got to other people. Also helped me with a lot of traumatic events in my life that I was struggling with, and I overcome these struggles just by pushing myself, pushing my body, and staying consistent and disciplined with my health and fitness. So why it's important for busy men? Like I mentioned, busy men, especially for those who are high achievers, who want to be the best version of themselves, the first thing to start is discipline with the body. Because if you can be disciplined with your body, with your nutrition, with your sleep, you can do anything else in life. Trust me. Okay? And here I will give you a structured plan to identify which part that you need to work on the most, because that's the most important. And I put this picture as the pillars of life, is finance, relationships, fitness, and spiritual, and all of them are connected. One of them fall, the others will fall. And the easiest first thing we can do is the fitness part. So who am I? My name is Zaid, and I'm a fitness trainer and coach at the moment. I specialize in weight loss, muscle building, and behavior coaching. And as you see, fitness is not the first thing I've done in my life. And I'm not the type of guys who you see like sleep at the gym and then preach on others that they have to be healthy. I actually practiced fitness and went to the gym and kept a physique that is healthy during time when I was engineer, when I was busy, when I did not have the time and resources and even the energy to do it, but I kept pushing myself. And as you see here, I was in training in oil and gas, so I'm a petroleum engineer, that's my background. And I took the career path to be fitness, to help other men to be their peak performance when it comes to their health and fitness and behavior coaching, and overcome compulsive behavior, because that's something that I struggled with. So as you see here, I was running my half marathon, and this is a before and after picture of me. I was as you see, I was like a chubbier guy, and then I leaned down, and I think the leaner I get, the more muscles, the more fit I get, the more mental clarity and confidence I have. So there's a huge difference between those two pictures in my confidence and in the way I think. So I just wanted to share this with you. I also am a coach at Lifetime, and I trained over 100 people, change their life, who are all busy, who are all high performing individuals who optimized their health and chose to become the healthiest version of themselves, not just for vanity, but because they understand how important it is for them. So like I mentioned, my background is engineering, and I moved to United States 5 years ago. I am a certified with National Association of Sports Medicine, and my vision is to help men with these things: become healthy, look great, and overcome compulsive behaviors. So there is a mindset that I like to approach, and it's something, the reason I wrote it down, because something I struggled with, which I call the finish the bridge. So finishing the bridge is thinking about what is an obstacle. There are two things in life. There is opportunities and there are problems, right? And we sometimes, with the amount of information that we have today in the world, with the internet, with ChatGPT, with AI, so much information, and it's easy to get lost with new things, a new tactic, and new techniques. But we never finish that bridge. We never finish that obstacle that we have in life. So this is a commitment that until today, I struggle with. But I try my best, and I found the systems that keep me on track to finish the bridge. And as you see here, I put a picture, and I created actually with AI, is this guy, he's trying to finish the bridge. So think of him, if this person remove himself and try to build another bridge because he get distracted with different things, this person will never finish the bridge to go on the other side. So what I want to do in this video, I want to help you to find what bridge you need when it comes to your health and fitness, so you get fast track to get to the next island, and then to the next island, and to the next island. Okay? So how we start? I always like to start with where I am today and where I want to be. And no matter where you are, whether you are 100 pounds overweight or you are an athlete and you took care of your body for all your life, there is a new place, there is a new opportunity, a new problem you can solve. Okay? And in this video, we're going to do that by assessment, by doing an assessment of where you're at today and where you want to be in the next 3 months. Okay? And identifying what is the biggest problem for you. And that will give you the fastest results you can see. So first of all, what assessment, before we get started? Assessment is identifying where you're at without judgment. We don't want to judge about the action you took. We don't want to see why you took the result. It's just assessing where you're at, and that's it. Because that's the best good start. And doing that with all honesty, without judgment. So the first step is body stats and visual assessment. So you simply step on the scale and look at yourself in the mirror. And just write down what's your body weight at the moment, what's your body fat, what's your muscle mass, and also how you feel about your body visually. Like when you look at yourself in the mirror, do you feel proud when you're naked? Do you feel you're comfortable with yourself? Because that's the first thing. You look at yourself when you get in the shower in the morning, you look at your body, and the more proud of yourself, the more confidence, and you can conquer the world when you leave the house. So this is the first assessment. You simply write down these simple steps. There are ways to do that. I highly recommend having a scale at home, and there are scales where you connect it with your phone, so you get the data on your phone and track it. So step on your scale at home in the morning, before you eat, after you use the bathroom with minimum clothing, and step on the scale and see. It's like, okay, this is my body weight, this is my body fat, this is my muscle mass. That's it. And that's about it. That's the first assessment, which is the most simple one. Now, the second assessment is blood work, where every year or every 6 months, I highly recommend to visit the doctor to see what's your blood work, what's your hormone level, what's your cholesterol, what's your vitamin deficiencies, if there is any vitamin deficiencies, because that will affect your function in life. So there are different tests, and the simplest, easiest one is just going to your doctor for annual physical. And I usually take that seriously to see if there is any problem or anything I should pay attention to, and I ask the doctor if there is any problem with that. So that's something I highly recommend doing every year. And understand how your health affect your energy, because sometimes simple things like one deficiency in a vitamin or something like that can really affect your sleep, your mood, your clarity. So just giving the focus to these types of assessment to see where you're at, that will really can clear up and see a function of your life that you're never aware of. And I had a client, it's a very sad story, but I recommended to him to do these tests, and he found that there is some cancer and problems that he struggled with, and without doing the test he would never known that and will never stop it. But he was early, so he was able to capture that before it became a bigger problem. So I highly recommend doing this every single year. So that's the second assessment. The third one is movement assessment, and this I like to divide this into 3 sections. One is cardiovascular assessment, to see what's your VO2 max level, and doing that simply by going for a run, 1 mile run, and time yourself and see what you feel after doing this run. Are you really out of shape? Are you struggling to breathe after this 1 mile run, or it's easy for you to do? And if you want to take this to the next level, there are tests like VO2 max, and you can get the results with your Apple Watch, or there are like professional tests. I've done one before with a mask where you get the results that are more accurate to yourself. Okay. The second assessment is strength assessment. How strong are you? When you do push-ups, how many push-ups you can do with handling your body weight? Can you do squats, full range of motion? Can you do any pull-ups to pull your body? Okay. And these are simple movement that you can test yourself and see and write down how many push-ups, how many pull-ups, how many squats you can do. And most importantly is flexibility and functional mobility training. And this is basically performing the basic exercises. Like when you do squats, can you do full range of motion, which you can squat down all the way down while keeping your heels on the floor and even your calf muscle touching your hamstring, your back of your leg? Is that something you're able to do, or you can just go halfway? Because this is something we can test if there's any muscle imbalance, if there is hip issues or tightness in your hamstring. All that will affect your movement in the future, and will restrict your movement when it comes to other activities like moving, playing sports, or just moving in general. So the other assessment that I like to do: can you sit on the floor without pain? Can you touch your toes or tie your shoes without sitting on a bench? These are simple assessments that I highly recommend, and it's very possible that you can change your flexibility with simple exercises for a month. So let me share with you this story. I've done strength training for about 10 plus years, and it's something that really like a meditation for me, because I enjoy this 1 hour time for myself where I push heavy weights and I can see the strength, I can feel the muscles and after the training, which is great. But at some point I realized that I'm strong, I look good, but I really don't feel good. I was not able to sit on the floor, I was not even able to touch my toes, and that's not really acceptable for me as a fitness trainer and I consider myself as an athlete. So I started doing yoga. I went to some classes, and at the beginning was really embarrassing, really hard for me to go because I was advanced somehow in the strength training. But when I went to yoga, I was unable to do very simple exercises that 80 years old women were doing. So, but that was the beginning of changing my life. Now I'm able to overcome that struggle and humble myself that it's okay to start from the beginning with something I don't know. But that gave me the ability to feel better, strengthen my joint, get more flexible, doing things without getting injured, and that helped me to improve my game even with the strength training. So flexibility, mobility is great for longevity. You want to really function and see where you're at when it comes to your mobility and flexibility. Do you feel pain when you do specific activities? Do you have injuries? And we'll address all of these things together. And I want you to mark down what is exactly that you struggle with the most. What is the one thing that's painful for you? Okay? And write it down. And will come at the end to have a specific plan for you what to do next exactly. The number 4 assessment is nutrition assessment. Is basically a test for where you're at when it comes to nutrition. So a lot of people will say nutrition is all right, like I don't know where I'm at with nutrition, or I don't have the time to track myself. And truly, nutrition is one of the most important things in life, because this is something you do every day, and it's you put it in your body, and the things that we put in our body will really reflect of our life and focus. And if we overeat, we will gain weight, and that will affect our health and fitness. If we eat only processed food, then that will affect our life. So what nutrition assessment means tracking your nutrition and knowing what you're eating, simply as journaling, right? So we're gonna know for the next week what is exactly you're eating when it comes to your protein intake, when it comes to your calorie intake. Is your food mostly processed, like made with multiple ingredients, or is it more single ingredient whole food? Okay. How you feel when you eat? Do you feel foggy, tired, or do you feel energetic? Do you feel your always stomach bothering you, or it's always good? So these are the tracking method, and I usually like to track with apps on my phone, simple as something called MyFitnessPal or Cal AI, which is AI tool that I use now. It's great, simply by just logging in and logging what I'm eating. And by the end of the day, I will see, it's like, okay, this is what I'm eating now. Even if your food is different every day, it's good to track, and you will see what's the problem within a week. Okay. The fifth element that I like to track is sleep quality, and simply tracking it with Apple Watch or Whoop or Ring, and see what's your sleep quality. Now, you may not need these fancy tools. You just simply know what time you sleep and what time you wake up. And when you wake up, do you wake up energetic or you wake up tired? These are simple things to journal. But once you see how many hours you sleep, what is your deep sleep, what's your REM sleep, and like I said, the energy of your sleep. And the question, do you sleep the same time every day, or it's different every day? Do you wake up every same time every day, or do you wake up different time a day? And that's something I like to track and know about myself, because I think overall sleep is one of the most important things. And I used to set up an alarm in the morning, and I switched that. Now I set up an alarm in the evening. So for me, 9 p.m. is my alarm, is where I start preparing myself to sleep. And the things that help me with the sleep is having chamomile tea, trying not to use my screen, and writing down what I'm going to do the next day. Those three things, and taking hot shower. Those four things help me to really prepare and set my mindset to going to sleep. And of course, really dark room, no light at all. These are things that really help me to sleep well and wake up with high energy. And I find myself with 6 hours I can sleep and really wake up with a lot of energy. I don't need 8 to 10 hours. So test yourself and see how many hours you need where you wake up energetic and happy. Lastly will be the mindset and self-image. What is your mindset about fitness and your body? Do you feel your body is a tool that is supporting you in life, or it's actually an obstacle and holding you back from doing the other things in life? So think about what your image, your body image. So let me share with you this. The picture I showed you, I was as a kid, I was 50-60 pounds overweight, and I lost a lot of weight doing just cardio. And then I started weightlifting, and I bulked up and had more muscles, but I also gained a lot of fat. And I went through a period of my life where I gain weight and lose it back again, gain and lose it back again, until I worked with a therapist and a coach that helped me to identify that the reason I do all these up and down is because of my identity and how I think about myself. I think about myself as this chubby kid who was overweight. So even if I get the results and lose that weight and build the muscles, I still don't think of myself as a fit guy who's an athletic. Okay? And that's the reason why I mentioned at the beginning, if you treat yourself as an athlete, you will change your identity, and with time you'll change it, even though now maybe you're not an athlete. But if you treat yourself and you talk to yourself as an athlete, with time you will change your behavior. And when you change your behavior, you change your life. So changing your identities, think about it. How do you think of yourself? What do you think of yourself? Are you thinking about yourself as an athletic person, or you think of yourself as this big guy who's lazy, or who's procrastinate, or not strong? Because you are strong. You have the strength. You haven't tapped into it. You are fit. So I want to help you tap into this new identity of you, to find that new person. And that new person, you have to let go of the previous person of you. Okay? So think about it. What do you think of yourself when it comes to your identity? How you think of your body, how you think of your health, how you think of your self-image. Okay? And those are really important things to identify. And like you see the guy here looking at himself. Do you see yourself as a hot guy? Like when you look at your mirror, it's like, oh my God, this look good. What do you think of yourself? I think it's very important, because that will reflect how people receive you. Okay? So this is part of what I do, is like behavior coaching and understanding what you think of yourself, because that's important in life. This is one of the most important things, which is identifying roadblocks. Because you can do everything right. You can sleep well, you can do the right nutrition, exercise, but if there are habits and vices that is holding you back, and you don't identify them and you don't overcome these habits, it's going to be really hard to get to the next level, get to the next side of the bridge. Because every time you walk on the bridge, the vices, the obstacle will come and hunt you back. And this is something I'm talking from a very personal experience. For a very long time, I struggled with overeating and binge eating. And I never know why. I just feel like my soul will go to the kitchen and just overeat. But the more I start to focus on journaling, start to focus on trying to know myself, trying to know why I do this. Is it childhood trauma? Is it something I'm not comfortable about in my life? Do I feel I am not where I want to be? And instead of going and doing the right things, I will overeat. The other things is like compulsive behavior, watching a lot of social media, watching porn, sexualized brain. These activities, alcohol for a while, I used to drink alcohol every day. So even though I was training, I was doing the right things, but I was drinking alcohol almost every day. So yes, on the outside I may look good, but on the inside I was not. I was escaping reality. I was escaping because of the lies and things that I've never told myself, or I never explored what I want in life or what I needed. So, without knowing the obstacles or the vices, you will run in a cycle. And that cycle will just repeat itself. So if you, let's say, wake up, go to the gym, do the right work, and then I'm talking about myself, and at 7 p.m. I feel the need to escape reality and I'll start drinking. And then the next day I'll repeat back again. 7 p.m. I feel lonely. I drink with friends, of course, but even though I'm with other people, I felt lonely because I was so afraid of saying who I am. I was so afraid of expressing myself to other people because of the things that I had, whether it's a sexual identity that I was confused or not comfortable with where I am in life. Okay? So I highly recommend don't focus on too much on the vices because you get stuck at it. Try to focus on the positive action. Really solve what is the vices that holding you back. What is the one thing? Is it overeating, drinking, not sleeping, consuming social media where you stay late at night? So it depends on what your vice is. Really tap into that and identify what is the problem. So the action plan. Now it's time for action. Now that's all overwhelming. It's a lot of information. But at this point, I hope you wrote down the things. You started with your stats, with your body weight, with your muscle mass and body fat. And then you went down and went to the doctor and looked at your blood work. And then after that, you assessed your movement. Your cardio may be weak, or your cardio is great, but you're not strong. Or maybe you're not flexible, but you're strong. So it depends on what is it that you wrote down. And maybe your nutrition is not on track, or you should sleep. I want you to identify 4 things out of these that if you change, will change your life, your body, and health for the next year. So in the next 12 months or 6 months, if you change that, this thing will change your life. You will feel better, or you look better, whatever it is. So identify 4 things. I will give you an example. Let's say your cardiovascular is not great. So your VO2 max is like poor. And maybe this is for me actually, my VO2 max was not great. So I started working on running and I went for a program of running to improve my cardiovascular system. And I ended up actually doing the half marathon that I showed you. Maybe your flexibility is not great. You're not flexible and you feel pain all the time with your joint and muscles. And maybe your nutrition is not on track. And lastly, your sleep, you would like to improve your sleep. Like those 4 things. Now, the bridge theory is where we'll come here, useful. We want to pick one of those 4 things and focus on it so much for the next week. That's the only thing you're going to do for the next week because you want to finish that bridge. So let's say your nutrition is not on track. Forget about everything else. Don't worry about exercise. Don't worry about sleep. The only thing you will focus on is your nutrition for the next week. What is the solution going to be? Are you going to track your meals with apps? Or you don't have the time probably for that, so you hire a chef. Or maybe you don't want to spend as much money on the chef, so you go and get meal prep from companies. Or you want to find a restaurant that you will track. Whatever solution, but you will find a solution within the next week or 2. And that solution will set back and improve your nutrition. And once you finish that bridge, you start with the second bridge. Okay, cardio. I feel not comfortable with my cardio. I need to find a fitness class that improve cardio, for example, or a program or app or something that you stay consistent with for a week and become a habit. Or maybe strength. You need to get stronger and improve your muscle tone, right? And you feel stronger, right? And you find a trainer in your area, or you find online program. Okay? You focus on that for a week, learn the movement, learn the form, learn the exercise, and maybe become a habit for the next 30, 60 days. So whatever the obstacle, wherever the constraint, you find one and you focus on it for a week or a month. And that's the secret. The secret is finishing the gap, finishing the bridge. And there is one thing that you know you can do better. And that one thing will be the solution for you in the next 60 or 30 days. And that's why you see most people do the same thing at the gym and never improve. And the reason they don't improve because they don't challenge themselves to do the things they don't know. So even though I'm a trainer and I've been in the fitness industry for over 10 years and I've helped hundreds of people to improve their health and fitness, at some point I have to identify the things that I told you. I said, it's like, okay, my cardio is not good. I'm really good maybe with the emotional and physical, like emotional behavior change, but I neglected my cardio. I neglected my discipline to push myself. So I need to do half marathon. Or maybe my nutrition is not on track. Let me set back this month to do my nutrition. I will track my meals. I will do meal prep, or I do something to improve, to challenge myself. Because if you don't challenge yourself, you will go down. So you have to challenge yourself in a different way. I'm not saying to push more weights. I'm not saying to do more. Sometimes actually doing less, but more efficient and the right exercise and the right routine. So I want you to identify 4 things and pick one of them, and that one thing will be the things that you focus on for the next 1 to 4 weeks. Last things. So this template I will leave in the link below. You can download and fill out your information as if you're doing the assessment for yourself. And this assessment may take a week actually, because you can schedule your doctor visit and do all the other things and see where you're at. Now, if you feel that you want someone to be with you in this progress, you want someone to assist you from the outside to see maybe something you don't see in yourself but someone else can see as a professional, I'll be happy to do that for you. I will do the assessment. I will do it virtually. We'll go on a Zoom call and I'll listen to you. What's your current obstacle? What is the thing that you want to focus on and where you want to be? And based on what you tell me and based on what I see when it comes to you physically, mentally, what is the one thing that you need support with? I'll be happy to help you, and maybe we are a right fit. This no commitment. This is a complimentary consultation call. And ideally, I'm doing this because hopefully if you're the right client for me, and if my service will help you with improving your health and fitness physically and mentally, to coach you to get to the next level, I would love to help you as my client and partner with you in your journey. But this consultation will be fully to identify your goals, and I will give you a full plan to set your goals for the next 30 to 60 days. This is a complimentary, no commitment needed. Okay? So if you would like to schedule a call, simply on the PDF file, there is this link, and you click on the link, and that will take you to my calendar. And all you need to do is pick a time and put your information, first and last name and email and phone number. And here are some additional information if there's something you would like me to prepare for or know about you, because I'd like to prepare usually before the consultation just to see what's exactly I can help you with. Simply schedule the call, and I will call you and send you the link for the Zoom and all the details. I hope you enjoyed this training, and I hope this was helpful for you. and I would love to hear from you, and I am here to help you get to the next level. Stay consistent, always progress, and challenge yourself to the next level. No limitation mentally, no limitation physically. I will see you soon.